आज का मेरा सब्जेक्ट है ब्रोंकियल एज़मा। देयर इज टू वर्ड, ब्रोंकियल एंड एज़मा। Bronchial means the related from the lungs. So when the asthma is related from the lungs is called the bronchial asthma. There is different type of asthma. If this asthma is related from the cardiac region, then it is called the cardiac asthma. When this asthma is related from the renal region, then it is called the renal asthma. So today I am going to describe to you about the bronchial asthma. First of all, we should know the definition of the bronchial asthma. The definition is proximal attack of dyspnea. Dyspnea means difficulty in respiration. Suppose a patient come to you, how you can say the patient is suffering from the dyspnea? First you try to see the face of the patient and particular see the nose of the patient, nose wing of the patient. There is show the flapping of the alia nasal, that is also called the fan-like motion of the alia nasal. When the alia nasal movement is just like flapping nose, fan-like motion, then you must think the patient is suffering from dyspnea. There is no doubt. So the definition is proximal attack of dyspnea, chiefly in expiratory in nature, that is mostly feels when the patient expire the respiration, not feel such type of during the inspiration, that mostly feels in the expiration. So the definition is proximal attack of dyspnea, chiefly expiratory in nature, associated with the bronchial spasm. This is the definition of the bronchial asthma. Then we should know about the etiology. What are the etiology belong to the bronchial asthma? The number one is the allergic diathesis is an important factor. Most of the patient you see, the patient is suffering from this dyspnea or asthmatic condition due to the dust. Where there is dust, mostly patients suffering from the dyspnea or asthmatic condition. Where there is a smoke, this is also an allergic condition. Also the season change of season from the winter to the rainy. So mostly the patient is suffering from in this condition, and the patient is suffering from the asthmatic condition, that is called due to the allergy, patient is suffering from such and such complaint. The predisposing factor. The predisposing factor is mainly the hereditary. You must try to know when you try to see the patient of asthma, try to know about the heredity. his mother and father, his maternal father, maternal mother. Try to know there is history of the asthma in his family or not. If there is history of the asthma in grandfather, grandmother, maternal, father, mother, brother, sister, maybe the chance of the patient is suffering from the asthma, and the hereditary complaint is more difficult to cure the patient, and it works too deep to the patient. Next is sex. In sex, we see the male is predominant. Mostly the suffering from the male is more marked in respect of the female. Third is the age. Age factor is also a very remarkable thing. The childhood in the or the earliest stage, early adult. The childhood affected more and more, and the early adult stage. Next point is habit. When there is patient is habit of worry, habit of over anxiety or unhappiness, this is also a cause of the asthmatic problem. Next is season. Especially the asthmatic condition comes in the season, winter season, in the rainy season. So the etiology is most marked. The etiology is allergic etiology. Predisposing factor is hereditary, sex, age, habit, and season. Then we should know about the clinical finding. This is the more important to every physician to know the symptoms of the patient, and that is called the clinical finding or the clinical symptoms. The clinical finding is history of the suppression of eczema in the childhood. Always we see if the patient is suffering from the bronchial asthma, there may be the history of the suppression of the skin disease. So, being a homeopath, always advise to every person not use the ointment, not use any medicine which suppress the skin disease, and particular suppression of the eczema and particular suppression of the ringworm, the mostly patients suffering from the asthmatic condition. Next is the severe attack of bronchitis, bronchopneumonia before attack of the asthma. There may be history of before attack of the asthma, maybe the patient is suffering from the bronchopneumonia or the bronchitis. Where there is history of bronchitis, where there is history of bronchopneumonia, most chance of the patient is suffering from the bronchial asthma. Mostly the attack appear at the night. We see especially the asthmatic condition when come in the very restless position, especially in the night. About the time is fixed, about the 2 or 3 a.m. in the night, just like Cali group of medicine. In the Cali group of medicine, you see the aggravation time is 2 to 3 a.m. So mostly the patient is suffering from the dyspnea or asthmatic problem in the night about the 2 to 3 a.m. at night. There may be shortness of the breath, difficulty to taking the breath, that is called the shortness of the breath. So there is shortness of the breath. Next is patient sit up on the bed or may try to get near an open air. At that time, patient is very restless, want to open air. Patient get up on the bed and try to go where there is more air, where there is window is open, and go. The patient get relief. That time, the pulse is very weak. The rapid attack of the respiration and diagnosis the blood on the pathological ground, they say there is eosinophilia. Eosinophilia is more worse that time. So in clinical finding, we see the history of suppression of skin disease, especially the eczema or the ringworm. If there is history of the bronchitis or the bronchopneumonia, and mostly the patient is affected at the night 2 to 3 a.m. On examination, this is the duty of the physician to know the examination of the patient. During an attack, the patient usually sit to bed with the head resting on the hand and the elbow or the knee. The bronchial asthma patient, when the lying down, an attack comes, at that time patient does not like to lying down. Just sit on the bed and bend forward to get relief. And during this position, the patient get relief or aggravations feels when the patient get to lying down. The face is pale and the expression is anxious. At that time you see the face of the patient. The patient looks like very anxious, very pale condition. So the anxious looking face is also the clinical sign of the patient. There may be cyanosis of the lips and the ear. Cyanosis means discoloration, bluish coloration of the skin. Particular, we must mark on the lips or the earlobe. Cyanosis means the lack of oxygen. When there is lack of oxygen, there comes the cyanosis and mostly marks on the lips. Inspiration being followed by very prolonged and feeble expiration. According to practice of medicine, when we see the patient, we must try to know your diagnosis of the patient by the 4 points is most necessary. The point is inspection, palpation, percussion, auscultation. These 4 points is more important to diagnose any case, to diagnose any patient. In case of bronchial asthma, first inspection of the patient done, there is rapid movement of the chest wall. You see the chest wall of the patient, there is rapid movement. You count that, the normal became abnormal, the movement, and that time very rapid movement of the chest wall. In palpation, we see the bronchial fermentation may be felt. In percussion, hyperresonant. The cardiac and the liver dullness may be diminished. So in case of percussion, we see the hyperresonant, the cardiac and the liver dullness may be diminished. In the auscultation, the auscultation to take the help of a stethoscope. When you use the stethoscope to the patient, the expiration is prolonged rather than the pitch and the dressing. And a scattered rhonchi may be heard. A scattered rhonchi, not in one place, here and there you heard the bronchial fermentation. Rhonchia is a sound, just like a whistling type of sound comes from the lungs. That is called the rhonchia. Rales, rhonchi and crepitation. There is three type of sound comes from the lungs. One is rales, other is rhonchi, and third is a crepitation. This rhonchi is a whistling type of sound. Due to the dryness of the mucous membrane, due to dryness at the sputum in the lungs, the wall becomes the narrow, and when the air passes through that wall, then there is a whistling type of sound appears, and that is called the rhonchi. The pulse is rapid and weak. The blood may be so, eosinophilia 50% increase. The attack usually stops gradually with the cough and the expectoration. When the patient cough or some expectoration comes out, that time patient feels some better, just like antimptot. In antimptot, patient get relief when the expirate something, when the expiration comes from the lungs, then patient feels very well. So in case of bronchial asthma, patient get relief after the expectoration. The attack may be last for 2 hours or longer. This may be attack more hour or 2 hours or longer. After attack, the patient becomes exhausted. Then the patient feels very drowsiness, dullness, dizziness, like gelsemium. Patient becomes very exhausted. Patient feels very weak due to the expectoration comes out due to the cough. In long standing the case, there may be emphysema and the chest is deformed. There may be the dilatation of the tube. In the long term, when the patient is suffering from the long history of the long year standing of the asthma, there may be emphysema and chest may be deformed. So, the making of the chest change the shape. The normal chest becomes sub-abnormal due to long lasting of the asthmatic condition. Next, we try to know the complication of the bronchial asthma. The complication is, number 1 is emphysema, number 2 is bronchitis, number 3 is dilatation of the heart, and number 4 is pulmonary tuberculosis. There may be dilatation of the heart. How you know the patient heart is dilate? So we should know the anatomical position of the heart, surface marking of the heart. We should know where is apex of the heart, where is the base of the heart. When you use a stethoscope, you get the better sound on the apex of the heart. So you should know in which part of the body where the heart is situated, where the apex of the situated, and if you don't know where is apex, you can't try to see the apex beat of the heart. Last is the prognosis of the disease. Prognosis means the condition of the patient after the asthmatic condition or the bronchial asthma. The condition is very poor. Prognosis is very poor, not good. A death due to the cardiac failure. There may be chance of death due to the cardiac failure. So, in the bronchial asthma, we know about the definition of bronchial asthma, the clinical finding of bronchial asthma, the examination of the bronchial asthma, the complication of the bronchial asthma, and the prognosis of the bronchial asthma. Being a homeopath, we should know some medicine, proper medicine, which help to the patient for the treatment of the asthmatic condition. Number one, this is the very good medicine for the asthmatic condition, and that is the Entim tart. In Entim tart, the keynote symptoms of the Entim tart, when the patient coughs, patient thinks cough is coming out, but nothing comes up due to the suppression of the pneumogastric nerve. Due to the weakness of the chest. So, these symptoms, when you find in the patient, you take the help of Entim tart. There is also a fan-like motion of the alien agile. Other medicine is cannabis sativa. In cannabis sativa, patient can only breathe by the standing position. Patient get relief only when live in the standing position. Patient cannot sit at that time. Patient cannot lie on that time. That time only want to stand, and the patient get relief. Next medicine is arsenic alb. Patient sit up on the bed with the bending forward. This is the main symptoms of the alb. And the modality is aggravation 12 to 1 day or 12 to 1 night. And patient is unable to lying down, very restless, and there is fear of death. So take the help of arsenic alb. Next medicine is Heparsulf. Heparsulf, patient must sit up with head crisp, bent backwards, and that the patient when sit up and head bending backward, then patient get relief, and that this patient, Heparsulf patient, aggravation by the cold air, aggravation by the cold food. Next is Calicarb. Along the all symptoms of the Calicarb, the main symptoms is the patient gets relief by the rocking, just like Zula, and that Calicarb aggravation is 2 to 4 am. Next medicine is Lycopodium. Lycopodium is a very great medicine for the lungs, good effect on the lungs, a sphere of action of the lungs is very good. And there is also a fan-like motion of the alien aside, and one marked symptoms in that condition, there is wrinkle on the forehead with the chest complaint. If there is wrinkle on the forehead with chest complaint, not think any medicine, not think other medicine, only one medicine in the Materia Medica. In the 3000 medicine, only one medicine in the Kentripet, the bold litter, that is the Lycopodium. wrinkle on the forehead with chest complaint, only think lycopodium. Same wrinkle on the forehead comes with the brain complaint, always think Haliborus or Astamonium. So lung complaint with wrinkle on the forehead, lycopodium. Wrinkle on the forehead with the brain complaint, you think Astamonium or Helleborus. Next medicine is medurinum. Medurinum patient is lying down on face and tongue protrude. This is the good sign of the medurinum. When you go to see the asthmatic patient, the patient is lying on the abdomen, protruding the tongue, not think other medicine, take the help of medurinum. Medurinum will give more relief, more relief, more relief. Next medicine is natrum sulph. When the patient is sitting on the knee chest position, this is the help. This you take the help of natrum sulph. And last medicine I am going to describe, that is the sorinum. Sorinum patient, when they sleep, the arms and the legs keeps away from the body. In this position, patient gets the relief. But when the patient keeps arms and the legs near to the body, his complaint worse. His asthmatic complaint worse. And patient only gets relief when the arms and the body lives away from the body. So, being a homeopath, we must try to know the clinical finding, and we must try to know the treatment according to the homeopathic science. So this is the bronchial asthma patient, and it is not difficult to say a patient is suffering from the cardiac asthma or a patient is suffering from the bronchial asthma. Suppose a patient come to you, two patients come in your chamber, both are sitting in front of you. You see the patient and you can say, without any asking the question, the patient is suffering from the cardiac asthma or the bronchial asthma. So you see the posture of the patient. You see the sitting position of the patient. A cardiac asthma patient always sit to erect position, not bending, erect position. But a bronchial asthma patient always sit to bending forward, because bronchial asthma patient get relief when live in the bending forward position, or a cardiac asthma patient get relief when sit on the straight position. So, we homeopaths must individualize to the patient the symptoms we collect, the symptoms we know from the patient, and after collecting the symptoms, we must observe to the patient, must perceive to the patient. Observation is must, perceive must. Not only ask to the symptoms of the patient. Patient will tell only his difficulty, not the posture. So, being a homeopath, always try to know the observation of the perception of the patient. Thank you.